Okay, on problem number 8, rubbing alcohol typically is diluted with water to a 70% strength, and that means 70% of its alcohol, 30% of it would be water. If you need 4.2 ounces of a 45% rubbing alcohol, how many ounces of the 70% rubbing alcohol and how much water should you combine? Let's summarize this down. And again, understanding what you've read is really the key to being able to solve this word problem. This is number 8. And again, going back and reading it, we're actually mixing two things together. Let's put this down over here. There's two things we're mixing together. We read that over again just to make sure you understand what we have over here. And we're going to get this third thing over here. All right? What are we mixing? Well, rubbing alcohol. So what's the first container labeled? It's labeled 70% alcohol. All right? And what are you mixing it with? You're mixing it with water. All right? So that means it's 0% alcohol. All right? And the reason you're putting water in it, you want to dilute it. And what do you want to dilute it to? 45% alcohol. All right, so you have 7% alcohol. You have water, which is no alcohol. You're mixing together, and you want to make it 45% alcohol. All right? Again, you keep reading it over and over again. Make sure you understand what we're doing over here. We're mixing things together. So, we have a 7% alcohol solution and water, and we're making a 45%. But we want 4.2 ounces of that final solution. So the question is, how many ounces of this rubbing alcohol do we need? I don't know that. So I'm going to put down X ounces. Now someone says, what do you put down for the water? Well, I hope you realize that it's going to be 4.2 minus X. And why is that? When you add those two together, X and 4.2 minus X, you better get 4.2 ounces. All right, let's write the equation down now. 70% is 0.7. That's 70% times X plus, 0% is just 0. And 0 times what? 4.2 minus X equals, what do you get over there? 45%, which is 0.45 times 4.2. All right, let's go through the arithmetic on it. And what do you get over here? 0.7x. And 0 times the second term just disappears, or second factor just disappears. What do you get over there? Oh boy, I'm going to write this down. A little strange, by the way. It's 0.45 and then 4.2. What we're going to do now, divide both sides by 0.7. What do you get there? X. Now again, if you want to use calculator, you can. I want to point out, use calculator. You have to do the arithmetic, of course, in the calculator. It'd be 0.45 times 4.2 divided by 0.7. I'm going to do something a little bit strange. It would seem to say strange. I'm going to top and the bottom by 10. Let me do that over here. And at the bottom, you just get a 7. Now, when I multiply the top and the bottom by 10, I'm actually going to associate this factor with that. And what are you going to get? Let's write this down. You can get 0.45. And I associate those last two factors, I get 42. All right? All right, does 7 go into 42? Well, let's see, 6 times, right? So what do you get? You get 0.45 times 6. All right? And again, you're free to use a calculator. It's really not a bad computation. But again, if you're looking at this thing and saying it's really difficult to do that, you know what? It's difficult to do that. Use a calculator. I'm going to go through it with you. I'm going to write down 6 times 0.45. 6 times 5 is 30. Let's see, 6 times 4 is 24. That's 27, right? And let's count the spaces here. This is what I got over here. And let's see, 2 spaces, right? So 2.7, x equals 2, I should say two decimal places, 2.7. All right, and so what does that number mean? I'll write it down over here that this is actually 2.7 ounces. What's the other guy going to be? Well, 4.2 minus 2.7 is going to be 1.5 ounces. Okay, so I still don't know what the question is. Let me read it to you. How many ounces is 7% alcohol and how much water? I got it right over here. So this is going to be my answer over here. This is the water, and that's the alcohol. So 2.7 ounces of the 7% alcohol, and you're going to add 1.5 ounces to that, and you're going to get this over here. And that's it. Thank you.